This episode is sponsored in part by PTZ Optics. Why hire a camera operator when the control is in your hands? Visit ptzoptics.com for more information. And by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster TC1. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtek.com for more information.
Hey guys, it's Friday, so it's time for the Retro Buzz, and today we've got a great show for you. Unfortunately, Glenn Planamento will not be with us today, but we've got a special message from him right here.
All right, so I'm here in what's left of my studio. I'm here with Mary from Aircare Environmental right now, and she told me one thing which people have joked about already. But what were you saying about my bags? My bags?
They're just plastic.
Right. Well, she was saying that was a good thing some stuff were in bags because of mold.
Yes. As long as it's in the bag, it's protected.
So, making fun of me, go to your local supermarket and get those little bags and put your stuff in it. That's one safe grace.
You heard, Glenn. Do it.
Right. Unfortunately, though, you said there is quite a bit of water.
Yes. So with the water, you just got to make sure everything's off of the floor. If it's on the floor, most likely within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to have mold growth.
And unfortunately, my arcade cabinets were all on the floor doing that. So
yeah, poor Glenn. We're hoping we're going to get this fixed for him.
She says I'm going to trust her. She got a whole crew here that showed up actually.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, that's really it. I got to go. Bye.
All right, guys. So unfortunately, Glenn, he's when it rains, it pours. As you guys know, he's been having some issues. And I apologize. My camera's shaking right now because I've got a herd of teenage girls upstairs right now for my daughter's sleepover. And I did text my wife and I said, please tell them to stop running across the floor upstairs because my camera is bolted to the floorboards. And do you see it? Do you see it jumping?
Yeah.
So
it's Godzilla. It's not teenage girls. It's Godzilla.
Oh, it's teenage girls. There's like 5 of them.
They're training for the Olympics in 3 more years because my goodness, they are having a blast.
And they're just getting here, and it's I'm assuming it's only going to get worse. So I did text my wife, and I'm like, they need to stop running across the floor and go outside or do something until this. So I apologize ahead of time, but that's all right. If you're seeing it shaking, hopefully it doesn't mess with you. We also have with us Mr. Doug Smith. Sorry about that. I got kind of sidetracked there.
Oh, it's fine. Thoughts with Glenn right now because he's having a rough week. Ida hit him hard and he's got a basement flooding, so he's definitely got some damage, as you can tell from that video. Obvious silver lining. We make fun of him for the grocery bags and him putting in there, but luckily that was able to save some of his collection, so that's great. But if you can, definitely keep Glenn and his family because they're having issues with the dog right now, the household pet, the fur kid, if you will. Definitely keep Glenn in your thoughts because it's been a rough week for him.
Absolutely, and I know a lot of you guys. I did have this pulled up here. I know a lot of you guys like to super chat here before I introduce our third compadre here. We don't want any super chats tonight. We really appreciate when you guys do it. We never ask for them, and we're never going to ask for them. But what we are going to ask you to do, if you feel compelled to super chat us, don't super chat us. Go over here to the GoFundMe link, and I'll post the link in the chat room here. Glenn is so close to his goal. Now, here's the thing. Tomorrow, Blue is going in at 10 o'clock in the morning to have his surgery. They had to move it up because Glenn's like, he can't even stand up to eat. Doug, I think that was what he was telling us earlier today, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard to see, the household pet / member of the family in pain and agony like that. So I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing. I've got 3 dogs myself, and if I had to sit there and watch them struggle to even stand to eat, I would do anything in my power to, make their life better. So I don't blame him a bit, and I'm glad actually to hear that that surgery has been bumped up sooner than later. I know that's stressful, but hopefully it's for the best.
Also, we have with us today, we have Mr. Michael B., the Game Genie, with us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me on and giving me this opportunity to fill in for Glenn when he can't be here. And I'm really happy that I could do that for you guys.
So I just I called my wife there real quick to tell her to stop the kids, stop them from running around, and it's making me crazy. She's like, "Well, I'm going to tell them to eat and then go outside." So I'm like, "How are they shaking the floor when they're eating?"
Because they're eating pixie sticks and drinking Mountain Dew to wash it down.
Oh my goodness, this is the beginning, folks. I mean, look at this. It's like Earthquake City, man. I'm telling you.
How many teenage females are in your house? Do you?
I think there was only 5, counting my daughter. So that's
5.
That's the
you
worst.
Brave soul. You brave soul.
Well, they're going to be down here afterward. Oh my goodness, this is just ridiculous.
I didn't think they ran around. I thought they just all sat around playing Mystery Date. I'm very surprised by this.
They're supposed to be eating pizza and whatever. I'm like, this is kind of ridiculous. We're trying to do this.
See what you have to look forward to, Michael B.
Yeah, Mike.
I know, I'm worried about it. I can imagine now. I'm just sitting home with a glass of water next to me, and you see the drops start going like Jurassic Park when the girls come in.
Well, the bad part is the studio's in the basement, so I'm kind of stuck. But it looks like it might have calmed down now. But anyways, so we got the 3 of us here. We're gonna talk some Nod. We've got some $1,000 worth of codes for you guys that we're gonna give out for ArcadeNet. If you guys want them, we're gonna have like 10 winners here. So I do want to preface this. AtGames did partner with a lot of the content creators to give you these codes, okay? I want to put this disclaimer out here, and these guys as our witness. We were not paid to talk about this. They're just trying to give you this.
I don't know about you guys. They paid me a lot of money.
They paid you
a lot of money.
Well, how did that happen?
I mean, when I say money, I mean it's Chick-fil-A coupons, but still, that's gold in my area.
Oh,
so,
well, what? Yeah, share the wealth, man. I'll take that over the ArcadeNet codes. Just saying. But we'll figure something out later to discuss. But I know a bunch of us. We got one of these shirts in the mail. Did you guys get this? The Arcade Life shirts.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think of it?
Pretty snazzy. Anything that puts an arcade type of thing on a t-shirt, I'm all for it. I'm a sucker, I'm an easy sell. It's not like, something you actually just go to the store and find an arcade related shirt typically. So it's right up my alley. I thought it was reasonably priced, $20. You got other people out there trying to sell you t-shirts for $36 with $7 shipping, even though it's just a Hanes cotton t-shirt. So I'm glad they're not price gouging a t-shirt, and I was happy with it. So good stuff. I support anybody that supports arcade lifestyle, pinball lifestyle, all that type of thing. So, more power to them.
And I believe you can go, Michael B., you got one as well?
I have one on the way. It takes a little longer to get to
Canada. That's right.
Also, I responded later than everybody else because I was busy. But yeah, I got one coming. I'm excited. I've got the class of 1980. That's when I was born, and I love Pac-Man. So great combination.
So you guys can check it out here if you go to Arcade Life 77 on Facebook, or excuse me, the Arcade Life 77 on Facebook. You can see all the different images that they have on the shirts. I'm a big fan of the sunset. I don't know what you call it, but the purple image, like the real retro. Like I have a lot of my logo stuff with the purple arcade
retro
stuff.
Sunset.
Yeah, I like it. Mm-hmm. I like it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a whole music genre and everything based on this whole neon 80s synthwave or something like that. That's kind of synthwave, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's really nice shirts. I think they're pretty comfortable. So you guys want to check them out, and we got a bunch of guys here in the chat room. Want to welcome all you guys in here. Doug, why don't you kick us off here? Let's talk a little iArcade. What do you think?
Sure. Okay. So iArcade, as they always do, release some new information about games that are coming out on the platform, as well as coming out on the horizon. This week they announced Skellboy. I always want to call this Skelly Boy, but it's just Skellboy. It's a 3D kind of platforming RPG. It'll give you some Mario RPG vibes, some Minecraft type of vibes. So if you got a kid that's addicted to Minecraft and you're trying to like coyly get them into retro gaming type of thing, this is probably going to be something that'll help you kind of bridge that gap with the younger generation. $12.99 on the iiRcade platform, and they also had some other games announced. This one in particular, I think you should check it out if you're a fan of like, you know, little RPG games specifically. It's got a cutesy art style.
Looks better than Minecraft.
I tend to agree, but you know, an 8-year-old child might disagree. So
Michael, would your kid play this?
I think she's a little too young, but this is definitely right up my alley. This is really tickling my fancy.
Are you a Minecraft guy?
No, I'm not a Minecraft guy, but I love RPGs and adventure games. So
okay,
yeah, this looks great.
This does look like I would download it. What did you say? $20? Is that what it is?
No, $12.99.
Oh, $12.99. That's not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good price. I still got to get that other beat 'em ups that we talked about the other week.
Ah, yes.
I haven't gotten that one yet. Maybe later.
You definitely need to get that one.
Yeah, I like the beat 'em up ones. And what about there's another game as well, right?
Yes, so Time Killers. Now this one's always kind of comical because this is 90s machismo in a nutshell. It's everything good and bad about the 90s. It'll get compared to Mortal Kombat, and it always has been compared to Mortal Kombat. A lot of people may or may not be familiar with it, but this is you know, a fighting game. Came out in 1992. Came out a month after Mortal Kombat in the arcades. Weapon-based combat, but it's also a little unique in that the control layout and the control functionality of the game, instead of having like, you know, low, medium, high punches and kicks and everything, each button had a different corresponding limb. So it'd be left arm, right arm, left, you know, that type of thing. You could do what you could consider fatalities, but they weren't really fatalities. I think they were called like super death hits or something like that. And you could do them in the middle of the round. Basically, you mashed all the buttons at the same time and you chop every single limb off the person. And then somehow, miraculously, for the second round, they would just like, you know, regenerate their limbs and be back. Like I said, this is everything good and bad about 90s video games summed up in a nutshell.
This is brutal.
Time Killers.
This is
Oh, it absolutely is.
That's not a game that
I just can't help but look at it, and when the knight's arm gets cut off, I'm like, 'tis but a scratch.
Right.
There's a lot of really cool games I think coming out, but that to me does not fall into that classification in my